Alright guys, this is Angel Emmett and I am hanging here with Blaze Bayley. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Very nervous about tonight. Some songs I haven't sung for a while, but we've had a lot of rehearsals, so which is something we don't normally get, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it, but I'm nervous because I want to do my best, because it's a hometown gig. I haven't done a gig in Tamworth for so many years that I want to come back home and be really good, so it's excitement but nerves as well.
Welcome home reunion then. Brilliant. You've got a new band called Blaze Bayley. Can you tell me a bit more about the members from the band?
Well, what I've decided to do is change the name of the band, because it's kind of a new beginning, so that's why it's Blaze Bayley. I got the Blaze band together after Iron Maiden, but sadly it doesn't seem to make that much difference to people that you call Blaze. I thought I was famous, maybe my ego got the best of me, but there's like 5 or 6 different versions of Blaze and funk bands and goodness knows what, whereas people used to say to me, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I'd say, "Well, I've got albums out and everything." So they recognised Blaze Bayley from Wolfsbane and Iron Maiden, but they didn't recognise Blaze as being that person. So that's why we've done it, really, and it's a new beginning, and we're working on the album this year, and it's a slightly different direction to what I've done before, and I've got new players in as well, so it's a new lineup, but what we're doing is keeping those classic ingredients, which is having melodic vocals and trying to have interesting lyrics and melody guitars, but also having a much darker edge from now on. Really
sounds really interesting.
So that's what we're trying to do. So I've taken quite a while putting that band together, and now I think, you know, we have a firm lineup, and that'll be a band that will stay together for quite a while.
I think because you've worked with so many different people and so many great people, like you say, Iron Maiden and Wolfsbane, you've got quite a diversity, man. How the heck do you do it?
I think I've learned as I've gone along. If you say you know it all, then you don't know anything. So when I was in Wolfsbane, we'd play, just like any of the bands on this bill today, we'd play tiny places and we'd just go out to get a reaction, whatever it took. And we were the ultimate pub band, and we grew and grew. And then in Maiden, it was like moving from the Premier League to the Champions League. You know, so it's the same game, but it's a much more intense level. So I learned so much with that what I wanted to do with my own project was say, okay, well, all the good things I'll take from both of those, and all the things I didn't enjoy that I thought maybe weren't necessary, I'll leave those behind and use those as lessons, things not to repeat. So it seems to be going well, and I can't believe the interest that we've had and the reaction from the fans so far has been incredible. Yeah,
absolutely. What made you want to sing?
Well, I've always enjoyed singing, and it's a very human and spiritual thing, so I've always enjoyed that. But I used to work in a hotel as a night porter, and they had a piano there in one of the rooms in the ballroom, and when I'd finished cleaning and mopping up on the night shift, then I'd go and mess about with that piano in my dinner break, and that's when I really started to get into singing. And of course I was listening to metal and my favourite albums all night as well.
So your voice progressed as...
Yeah, I started off in Wolfsbane at the first audition rehearsals, somebody that was just completely shouting, you know, and gradually, you know, through the years I've developed different vocal techniques that work for me, and hopefully now people see me as you know, I have an individual sound and it's an interesting voice.
Definitely, I have to agree with that. Definitely. You have a DVD coming out. Can you tell me a bit about that? It was filmed in Poland.
Yeah, my DVD is out now, and it's called Alive in Poland. You can get it from Woolies, Asda, all the main retail outlets, and
online.
And you can get it online as well. And we've got a few copies that we always take to the shows. and it's like the first part of the new project. Really, it's the first thing that I've done with the new lineup. It's like a greatest hits of what I've done, and it's where the gig is where when I was in Iron Maiden we headlined that gig, and I went back and did it for the DVD, and it's worked absolutely great. You know, we're really pleased with it. It's not musically perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but you certainly see the vibe and the intensity of the band and the performance, and that's something we've never had out before, so hopefully you'll feature that on your show. Yes, I can guarantee yes.
Can you tell me about the new album in the works?
I've been working closely with Rich Newport, my main guitarist, and we've been working on a lot of different ideas and different things, keeping the idea of interesting lyrics but trying some new arrangements and stuff, and we have most of the ideas and the body of the song and the flavour of what we want to do for the next album, and we start recording in November. And then it should be out on the 1st of March next year.
Wow, so that's pretty intense then, because it's not long. I mean, most bands like take ages on an album, but
it's I am the record label, so that's the difference. The big change for me is that I'm not signing to do anybody of my own record label together. I'm bringing out my new album on that label, and next year I'll bring out a couple of other albums from small artists as well, and it's nothing to do with mainstream real business. You earn more money by selling your own albums, so artists that would normally get and by big labels, that's exactly the sort of people I'm going to have on my label. But we'll just start with my band, no compromise on artwork or music or anything like that, and spend the money on the promotion and telling everybody that there's a new album out. So hopefully that'll be it, and everybody that's working on the label is doing it because they love the music, and not just because they thought it would be cool to work for a record company.
Is there any bands out there who that you haven't worked with but you like to? Because you mentioned the unsigned bands.
Well, I'll be producing this album myself as well, so I'll be looking at some newer bands, and if I want to produce them in a couple of years' time as well.
Brilliant. I'm really interested in this new album, seriously. I really can't wait until it comes out. What's been your most memorable concert, because you've toured all over the world?
Playing, one of the most memorable, because you have different memories about each one, is playing Tamworth Palace. When I was with Wolfsbane, we were one of I think we're the first metal band to headline here, and we sold it out, and there was no barrier or stage like there is now, and gradually the fans just kept pushing and getting closer and closer until eventually we were just pushed up to the wall, and we were on stage with the fans like this doing the last couple of numbers. So that was an absolutely incredible experience, and that's one gig I'll always cherish. So I think that gives me added nerves for tonight's show, because the last show was completely awesome, absolutely fantastic. So I think that's what I'm a bit nervous about tonight. I'm thinking, I've got to do as good as that.
I'm sure you'll give it your all, like you always do on every single performance that you do. That's the end of the interview, but I'd like to thank you, Blaze, for taking the time out to do this interview, and all the best in the future, and keep me updated on this album.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Check out Blaze Bayley MySpace, and check out Planet Blaze. We try and keep them, planetblaze.com. We try and keep them as up to date as we can, and hopefully you'll enjoy the new album.
I will. I'll make sure I will. Angel of Metal, Mr. Blaze Bayley, keep it loud.